Question 7, and we have to prove this trig identity. So remember that you do not move anything across onto the other side. You work on one side and you get it to equal to the other side. So we've got a sine cubed. We've got a plus sine theta times a cos squared theta all over a cos theta. So I think what I might spot is possibly on the top that I've got a sine in both terms. So let's try taking sine theta out as a common factor. So there's various things that you might do when you're trying to prove a trig identity. Factorising or multiplying out brackets that exist already, they're useful things to do. You might want to create a common denominator. You might want to replace a term with something else that you know you can replace it with. There isn't one method that's always going to work. Here, as soon as I've taken that factor of sine out, I can see that I've then ended up with sine squared plus cos squared, and that is equal to 1. And I've ended up with sine theta over cos theta, which I can definitely say is tan theta. So another thing you might have done, you might not have spotted that common factor at all. You might have said, oh, I've got a cos squared theta there. Can I turn cos squared into 1 minus sine squared? Absolutely you can. So if you did that as your first move, that's also going to be fine, because as you then times that out, you're going to get a sine cubed theta on the end of the line, which is going to cancel out with the sine cubed theta at the start of the line, a plus and a minus, and you end up with sine over cos a different way. There is not necessarily just one correct route through a trig proof, but if you feel that you are getting tangled up and it's not working, then unless there's something that you haven't spotted, it might be better to have another go at it. When you're presenting your answers, don't leave 2 attempts. Try and decide which one you think is going to be the better attempt, okay? Or if you think one has worked and one perhaps wasn't working very well, okay? Try not to give 2 attempts at the same question.